we want to know two questions. Number one, who makes this decision and what was the process in making this decision? And number two, have you done this before? Because a lot of charities use GoFundMe. A lot of conservative charities utilize GoFundMe. This is another example, as you stated clearly, of big tech censoring conservatives. But with this investigation, you have a lot of attorneys general looking into this. You have hopefully some U.S. attorneys looking into this, because this affects all 50 states. This is an American company. These were hard-earned American dollars donated to here with the understanding this was going to go to the truckers in Canada. And yet someone with GoFundMe unilaterally decided, no, we're going to give it to a charity. Then when they found out about it, oh, okay, we'll return it back. Has this happened before? These are questions that everyone deserves answers to. We've asked the Democrats to hold a hearing. You know they won't, because they're always going to protect big tech. But we're going to continue to probe. We're going to find answers. We're accumulating all sorts of information for when we get the gavel in January. Hopefully we can find out before then.
Well, Congressman, since you're here, I'm going to ask you this one, too. So we've got that issue with the GoFundMe. Then, of course, just a few days ago, the amazing folks, and it's a mom and pop business, which I love. It's a brother and sister who started the Christian faith-based crowdfunding site Give, Send, Go. I had on their CEO, Jacob, yesterday, been in touch with him and his sister, Heather. Great, great family. Amazing thing they started, which is, James, what I think we all need to do. All right. We got to stop counting on their servers and their platforms. Conservatives got to launch their own stuff. Anyway, I don't want to digress into that. Absolutely. So they start one. They get up to almost $9 million. Their website gets hacked over the weekend. Luckily, nothing sensitive was given away. All the money's still intact. They said on this program last night they will ensure that money gets to the truckers. However, then moments later yesterday, you saw what the government did in Canada. Now they're going to try and go after anybody that banks and helps sites like a Give, Send, Go get money to the truckers. They even labeled them terrorists yesterday up in Canada. Your reaction to that?
I'm just shocked. We knew Trudeau was a liberal. We knew he had socialist tendencies, but this is a step too far. And I think the people of Canada are going to continue to rise up and reject his rule. And it's just it's a good movement to see. And I know more and more conservative Americans are going to want to support that cause.
I got two more things that are kind of off subject, but when I get you here, you know, we get somebody, sitting member of Congress, I got to fire as many as I can, James. This one is just, pardon my French, but I'm sure many parents feel the same way. This as a parent is pissing me off to no end. So today is the end of mask mandate in the state of California. I heard that your almighty powerful Bowser mayor there in the swamp in D.C. removed the mask for you guys. Other states are doing it, Michigan, blah, blah, blah. They're all following suit. However, Congressman, they're not dropping it for the children. Can Republicans do anything? I know the Dems are in full control, but we parents are tired of this. I mean, we watched 75,000 at the Super Bowl, from politicians to celebs, these damn hypocrites, not wearing them, but my kid's wearing one in school today, and I'm tired of it. What can we do?
We're going to continue to try to expose their hypocrisy. I think the Democrats have gone from the science to the political science. What they don't realize is the political science is still angry parents. You know, those of us who have children in public schools who are still being required to wear masks, we're all upset. And just removing it for everyone but the school children is not going to help their political science cause. The political science reality is that people are sick and tired of these Democrat mandates. And I think you're seeing that when Bowser reverses course. I mean, it just for a couple of weeks now, every time I went in a restaurant or a business or anywhere, we go to a lot of different hotels to speak to different trade associations. You have to show them a vaccine passport. Some of the hotels even went a step further and said you had to have a vaccine passport and a booster passport. Well, I haven't had a booster, so I couldn't even go there. So, I mean, you've got a situation to where the Democrats are reacting to the outrage of the public. I think Republicans have done a good job exposing their hypocrisy, exposing the hypocrisy of Dr. Fauci and Dr. Collins and all the wrongdoing with trying to cover up the origination of COVID and all the inconsistencies in their rules and regulations that Democrat governors have taken and run with. So I think it's going to be a matter of days, and these liberal educators, liberal mayors they're going to realize that this needs to apply to children too, because children are the least the least susceptible to being exposed by COVID. I mean, the science proves that.
I know,
right.
99.978, whatever. I know.
A school is
We're
the
so
safest
tired.
place
So
to
your
be.
advice, James, is we just got to keep the pressure on if we live in a Democrat city or state to try and get them to reverse this crap, because they're doing it for adults. By golly, they're doing it for kids.
They're feeling the pressure. They're feeling the pressure, and they're caving. Finally, it's just about 6 months too late.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, they're wrapping me up, but I got to throw this one in because this one has everybody talking in the conservative realm. But here's my issue. I don't hear enough Republicans demanding an investigation, especially in the Senate, and I want to hear more from them. Durham report. I mean, do we need a bigger smoking gun to show that Sussman, working for the DNC and working for Hillary, put this all together, falsified a bunch of crap, mined data, put stuff out there to make it look like Trump was colluding? It's all a hoax. It was all fake, like Trump said. And there's the smoking gun, and he's the only one indicted. We want to see some people in shackles. Sorry, but that's what this deserves. Spying on a sitting president. They didn't do it just during the campaign. They spied while he was the president. That's treasonous.
It is treasonous. And Jim Jordan hopefully will be chairman of the Judiciary Committee. He's chomping at the bit to try to hold these people accountable. I mean, Devin Nunes was right. Adam Schiff, as you and I have known for over a year, is just a big liar. And where's the intelligence community in this? Did they accept opposition research? They launch a full-scale investigation. Did they ever realize that this was a hoax? If so, why didn't they come clean with it then?
That bears the question then. Who was all involved, Congressman?
And we're not going to let this up. I mean, I think you're going to see the intelligence community at the highest levels. Okay. And we're talking about Comey and Brandon. We're talking about these guys. They have a lot of explaining to do. And it's unfortunate that the Democrats don't want to do this. But I can tell you, Jim Jordan is not going to let up on this. This will be a number one priority for the Judiciary Committee. I hope it gets settled and people get held accountable before then. But the Durham report is going to be very helpful to Republican efforts to holding these people accountable.